Hello everyone. Today I'd like to do a video, an exercise video. I haven't done many exercise videos, although exercise is a very big part of my life. I want to do a video on the triceps and tricep workouts. The triceps is the back part of your arms, okay? It's a lot more complex muscle than the bicep. The bicep is mostly one big pile of muscle, but your tricep actually has three separate parts to it. It's highly complex. A lot of people, whenever when they first start out working out, they do the curls. They want to be able to show them biceps, and that's good. But if all you do is biceps and you ignored your tries, see if we can get a good image of the tries. If you ignore the tries, you're not going to be near as strong, and you need your whole upper arm to have put on extra mass, not just your biceps. I'll go over a common list of some tricep exercises that people can do, and show you how to do them the right way. One exercise that I like, it's a one arm, and what you do, I'm just going to use light weights just to show you how to do them, but I can obviously do more. This first exercise, you would typically do it sitting down somewhere. So we're going to move this here. Okay. Now in this exercise, oops, we're losing our camera. On this exercise, you take a barbell, okay, you put it over your head. I take one hand and I put it right where my elbow bends, and I kind of lock it there. So I don't want this part of my arm swinging this way, that way. The actual upper part of my arm isn't doing the moving. It just sits here. Now what I do is I come down to about parallel, about even with my head, or a little more if it don't hurt your elbows. And then you take it up, take it all the way out, down, up, like that. And then you do the same amount on the other arm by taking your other hand and holding it right there where your elbow is. It forces you to isolate the tricep, and it helps prevent you from cheating, okay? A lot of people who are brand new at exercising, they'll do the lifts completely wrong, and they don't even have a clue they're doing them wrong. Let me move the camera over here a little bit so I can talk to you better. Anytime you're doing triceps, if the upper part of your arm is moving around a lot, swinging and moving around, if the upper part of your arm is doing a lot of movement, you're doing something wrong. Because the goal is to take the lower part of your arm and to move it, and when you get the full range of motion, your tricep is really contracted. It's just something to keep in mind. Another thing that I like to do is I lay flat on the bench. I don't currently have someone holding the camera for me, so you'll have to bear with me. Pretend I'm laying flat on a bench. You lay flat on the bench, you put a weight in each hand. So if this was a bench, okay, I'm laying back, and there's the ceiling. What you do is you come down with the weights, bring them to the side of your head. I like to bring them all the way to the side of my head by my ears, and then you come up all the way until your arms are straight. I like to try to do a little bit of a twist when I get to the top. That just gets a little bit more contraction in the tricep. Bam. Come down to your ears, take it up, bam. You do that while sitting on a flat bench. That's another tricep exercise I like. There's also the ones where you lean forward, support your hand on something, you lean your body forward like this, and what you do is, let me come a little closer. Once again, the top part of your arm, don't do a lot of moving, and they call them kickbacks. You take, boom, go all the way as high as you can, and then bring it back down to your side, bam. You just keep doing like that. Notice, like I said, my upper arm, it's not swinging, it's not moving all over the place. It's staying where it belongs. Another thing is if you have tension bands, like I do here. This one's called the Body by Jake Tower 200. Something I'll do is this. I'll come here. Hit my door lock. Okay, there's about 3 or 4 different ways you can do triceps on here. One is facing away from it, away from the door. You take, lock your arm into the side, and you push it down, all the way down, nice and straight. Bring it up. On the way up, don't, swing it up crazy fast. Steady down, steady up. On the way down, you can kind of explode it like, bam. Then on the way up, a little slower, bam. For people who are not aware, there's on all exercises, there's the positive and the negative. The positive, well, I'd like to say it's the part when you're pushing, but that's not always true because on your back, you're not pushing, you're pulling. The positive is the part where the muscle is, doing its effort, it's contracting. And then the negative is when you're bringing it back, getting ready to start over. Like on a chest, the positive or the power part would be pushing up, and then the negative is you're bringing it back to start over. You're bringing it back to gravity. Whenever you're doing an exercise, when it's time for the negative, don't fast. Don't do bounces and don't do it fast. You're not getting the most effect. Once those muscles are contracted, let's pretend now it's chest just so I can let you visualize better. Once those muscles are contracted, when it's time to bring it down, you're keeping them contracted, but you're letting go a little bit, but you're still keeping them contracted, and you're forcing them to do a lot of work. So on the negative, you're getting a lot of benefit. So don't just go positive and then just bring them down on negative. Take some time. I just wanted to go over that. That's important. Another exercise for triceps is laying down on the bench. It's the easy curl bar, and I'll get that and show you. Okay, once again, since I don't have my trusty daughter in here holding the camera so that I can lay down on the bench, let's pretend that me back against this wall is a bench. I'm on the bench, okay? Now, easy curl bar. It lets you pick any angle or width that you want with your hands. People who are really wide and really thick, they have trouble grabbing it really close, and they'll go a little wider or even more wider. Whatever feels right for you. What I do is I come all the way down, all the way right there on my forehead. Boom. And then I take it up. So here with me doing it, pretend I have weights on it, it would be like this. Bam. Bam. And some people go a little higher, but that don't feel right to me on my easy curl. And I come right down to my head. Bam. That's another tricep exercise. Back to the resistance weights again. I already showed you the one where you're standing away from the wall and you're coming forward. Another version is this. You stand sideways and you take the weights sideways to your body, cutting across your body, and you come down, bam, like that. Always pay attention to the form. The most important thing isn't just simply that you've moved some weight around. Ooh, look, I moved that weight. If you're using good form and you're pushing hard and you're pushing to the point where it's not easy to do and you're struggling, but you're doing it with the correct form, you're going to get a lot more benefits than swinging your body all around like a drunk monkey. So you go like this, bam, bam. You're starting to the side and you're coming down to this side, bam. Another version is face the door, and I come from in front of my body to the back of my body, and you can offer a little bit of twist when you get to the bottom also. It looks like this. Bam, 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 bam. Those are, so I gave you about, 4 or 5 different tricep exercises you can do. And we went over using proper forms. Some people, once they get past what's called parallel, a 90-degree angle, a square angle with your arm. I know not everybody understands the terminology, so I sometimes break it down. Some people, once they get past once they get past the 90-degree angle, it really transfers a lot of stress to your elbow, and some people that hurts their elbow. If your elbow is hurt, don't exaggerate it and come way, way back. Just, maybe come to boom, there. If it's hurting when you come way, way back, go a little bit less. If it normally don't hurt, but one day you're going heavy and you find out it's stinging you, either one of two things. On that particular day, go a little bit less back, or lighten the weight a little bit and do more reps until the next workout when your elbow is feeling better. Also, a lot of times I like to hit areas that I think are going to be sensitive with like an icy hot first to help, warm up the muscles and help me when I'm stretching them out. That's all for this video on triceps. I'm going to bring more exercise videos to come. It's something I really enjoy. I just haven't talked a lot about exercise on my videos. So watch for more videos to come. Thanks for watching.